Hey guys, this is John Isles from Merlin's Beard, and I wanted to take a moment to talk to you about the importance of Pride Month to me and to Merlin's Beard as a restaurant. This is getting involved with the LGBTQ plus community started for me clear back in, I'm going to say 2012. Now, I don't know if it was actually 2012 or if it was 2010. It was while I was at Harrison High School. And we had a blood drive, and we were talking about the blood drive. The kids were asking questions, and of course the disclaimer at the time was that if you were a sexually active gay man, you couldn't give blood, and the kids were talking about it, and so we were having a discussion, and I get interrupted. A young lady has her hand up in the air. I still remember her face. I can't remember her name, but I always remember faces. But she asked if the rule applied to gay women. She's like, I'm a lesbian, I'm out, and I want to be able to give blood, but I don't know if I can. So obviously I didn't know, but we started talking about it. It was kind of the crux conversation where all of a sudden I started thinking of my kids as being members of this community. And I had some opportunities while I was at Harrison to kind of get involved, but you just kind of hosting, like my plan period and our community period kind of coincided. The lighting here is really terrible, isn't it? My plan period and the community period, they happened at the same time, and the GSA needed a place to go. And so I volunteered my room to be the host room for the Gay Straight Alliance. And I learned a lot more about these kids and who they were and what was important to them. When I became a teacher at Logansport High School several years later, I found that they were having a lot of problems with the "that's so gay" kind of thing, and I talked to kids about it. I even gave a little lecture. I was like, this is why it's wrong to say that. And then all of a sudden I was the teacher host for the Gay Straight Alliance at Logansport High School, the very first chapter of the GSA that we knew of at Logansport High School, and I did that for the 2 years that I was there. And it was a battle to get it started, but once we got it started, things were okay, and we just held the meeting there in my classroom. I'm straight myself, so it comes at this kind of an angle where I didn't know exactly how to relate to these kids and their problems and stuff, but I just knew that somebody needed to be there for them, and they asked me, and so that's what I did. Enter Merlin's Beard. So we founded Merlin's Beard after I was done teaching, which is a long story, at Logansport High School and in 2016. And it was supposed to be a place where people could come and try out board games before they would buy them. That's not what happened. Instead, Merlin's Beard became a place where people just hung out. I always thought it was kind of funny that groups of 10 or 15 people would come in and they would play code names, right? And they pay the player fare. They would just play code names. I was like, y'all could have bought that for like a third of the money. But it wasn't about that. It was about community. And I started to notice too that a lot of people from the LGBTQ plus community congregated to Merlin's Beard. We had, I think it's called Nagelstop. I think that's the abbreviation. It's one of the Purdue engineering groups. We had just a number of people. And I'll never forget meeting a woman. She came in and she had fox ears on and a big old fox tail. She was ginormous. It's like taller than me, with a very deep voice. And this was one of the first times that I met, an out trans person. And it's just such an interesting experience because coming from the upbringing that I had, which is Logansport was a very white community when I was growing up, a straight white community, and then all through college in the '90s and stuff. This is new for us, and I mean it wasn't new, but it was not also in our daily rhetoric. If you were cis straight white male, at least. And so this was a slow process to kind of develop over time. But it was fun. And I love to see the fact that people were comfortable enough at Merlin's Beard to be out at Merlin's Beard. Enter Merlin's 2.0. And it was touching how comfortable some of our staff was, where I remember one young man in particular that came out to us. We were where he was comfortable. And when he told us that he was trans, he said, I was all like, cool, what do you want me to call you? And their response was like, really? And I was like, yeah, really. This is our place. This is a comfortable place. This is a place to be who you are, to be, to live your truth, to just be comfortable. And I remember the day that I pulled up our Google, on Google you search Merlin's Beard, right? And I saw the flag, right? The little rainbow flag. And it was first of all the things that we were. It was first. It was the very first thing that described our business was this, LGBTQ plus friendly, and that was huge for me. I was like, wow, man, this is it. This is done, right? We've accomplished the kind of atmosphere, the kind of comfortable place that I think people need, right? And so that's kind of it, and so when we start to think about like celebrating Pride Month or coming into Pride Month, I think about all of the LGBTQ plus staff that has come out to us, that has lived their truth inside our walls and been their best selves, and it's just so incredibly cool that that's what we have. And I hope to see it continue to grow. I hope you guys come and celebrate our great diversity with us. And we just keep going on. We keep being Merlin's Beard. We keep being this fun, comfortable, safe space. But hey, that's my message here for the start of Pride Month, I guess. And I thank you guys for listening this far. If you made it this far, 8:20 into the video. Way to be your authentic selves, guys. And if you need a place to be that authentic self, then come here. We're your spot.